It says, Yahweh shall answer and said unto him, if a man love me, he will keep my words.
And that's going back to what we brought out earlier. If your love for the Lord should exceed the envy and strife and hate that you have for a brother.
That's right.
All right? And that should make you keep the Lord's words.
That's right. If you click on that word and what that word say, that's what it say, man. There ain't got to be no extrapolation or, you know, and that brother was going to come with that.
If the precept match up.
Yeah, match up, man. Come on, man.
Come on with that, huh?
Come on, man. It says, if a man love
the Lord, like you say you do,
he will keep my words.
So you'll keep the Lord's words. You'll say what the book say, what's written on paper. Go ahead.
And my Father will love him.
And Yahweh will love you.
Will exalt your words.
All right?
Come on. Make the dumb speak eloquently.
That's right. Come.
and will come into him.
And will what?
Come into him.
So he will come into him. Go ahead.
Come.
And make our abode with him.
That's
now,
right.
Look up that word abode. All right?
Dwelling
and it
place.
go back to the word mansions, man.
They don't believe it. They don't believe it.
So the Lord is in you, meaning in those mansions, man. All right? That's the many mansions that's being prepared, man.
You look at that word abode. Come on, get on the y'all. We're in 14 and 23.
It's too much glare.
Can you see it?
No, not really.
Not really? Okay. Wait, when you look on that word abode, you click on it, it says residence, mansion. Mansion, man.
Come.
Alright, you can go back to the that's it on that?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, go back to the 1336. 1336. Showing you that mountain, man. Second edges it's poetry, man. Alright? No, not at all. It's referring to the elect, man. That's the mountain that the Lord flew upon, man. That's the mountain that was graven out, man. And we're gonna prove it. Start at 35. Come on.
But he shall stand upon the top of Mount Zion, and Zion shall come, and shall be showed to all men, being prepared and built.
Being prepared and built, referring to those mansions. All right. We know the Lord is known as the master builder. All right. He said he's going to prepare a place, meaning a spot amongst what? That elect, brother. All right. That's what that's referring to, man. Go ahead.
Being prepared and built, like as thou sawest the hill graven without hands.
The hill graven without hands. What's that hill? The elect. All right? The elect. Now jump back up and read the verse. I believe it's 7. I believe it's 7.
But I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven.
See, that's the hill. The
And I could not, man.
He said a hill not what he said, hill not
graven with hands.
Not graven with hands.
Come on, man.
Okay? Why? Because he's known as the smith.
Come on.
And we know he's the carpenter,
The destroyer.
the destroyer.
Come on, man.
So a carpenter the one going to engrave without hands.
And the Lord got many titles, man.
Many titles.
The Son of Man, the only begotten. Come on, man.
The mighty God.
The mighty God, the man of war. Come on, huh?
He referred to as an angel sometimes.
Come on, man.
You know?
Come on, man.
That same angel coming from the east.
Come on, man.
All right? The commander, the chief,
The fallen star.
you know, all that, man.
Come on, bro. Hold on. Lord of hosts.
Yeah.
And after this, I beheld, and lo, all that which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came.
Now what this sound like? It sounds like Ezekiel 38. Those here, Hagar, all right, and his bands, all right? That's what it sounds like. It sounds like what? Revelation 16, that place in the Hebrew tongue called Armageddon, all right? That's going to go down in the second woe. Yeah. Yeah.
You can probably tell the truth.
The scripture says.
This is Revelations 20 and 8. And shall go out to deceive the nations, which are in the four corners of the earth, God and Magog, to gather them to battle.
To gather them to battle. That's the multitude. And when you read what? Ezekiel 38, you know you're going to have other armies with them. All right, go ahead.
the number of whom is as the sand of the sea.
That's your multitude right there, man. All right, go ahead.
And they went up on the breadth of the earth.
Oh, man.
And compassed the camp of the saints
And
about.
compassed what?
The camp of the saints about.
That same mountain, man.
Not prophets.
That same mountain, though. That's spoke of in 2nd Ezra.
What about brothers?
The bread.
Come on, man.
And the beloved city.
That's the city. Where?
The beloved city. Come on, man.
Get that 39, Ezekiel 39 and 11, I believe. 39 and 11. Come on, man. Gonna tell you the same thing, man.
Ezekiel 39 verse 11.
Let's see where Armageddon, that place called Armageddon at. Let's see where that city is referring to. Come on.
And it shall come to pass in that day that I will give unto God a place there of graves in Israel.
Where?
In Israel.
In Israel, man.
The valley of passengers on the east of the sea.
So that's what it's talking about, man. In Israel.
Where the Lord was crucified.
Where the Lord was crucified. Dealing with Revelation 11, man. That second woe, man. All right? Go back to that 2nd Ezra 13. Oh, man.
Come on.
Oh, man. Keep reading down to about 9. Yeah, man.
You got the end, they can't see it.
They can't see it, man.
They the brother, they can't see it. 2nd Ezra 13 and 13.
No, it starts at about 8.
And after this, I beheld, and lo, all that which were gathered together to subdue them were so afraid, and yet thirst fight.
Come on with it.
And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war.
Now see, you have them guys at GMS ATL, all right, saying that's the proof that Isaiah 54, when it refers to the smith, that's not talking about the Lord. All right, the reason he don't have any instrument in his hand because his instrument is Israel. The elect. Isaiah
And his elements.
and his elements.
Come on, man.
Which we gonna be able to manipulate in the second woe.
That's right.
He said he gave them power
Over the heavens.
to strike the earth with many plagues as they will.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Out of their mouth, man. The
See what
truth.
I'm saying?
With the truth, man.
Now read what you got. Read what you got.
But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire,
A blast of fire.
and out of his lips a
I want to
flaming
deal
breath.
with that instrument though.
Okay,
Did you
go.
read past the instrument?
Oh, sure.
Read that instrument part.
And
again.
lo, he saw the violence of the multitude that came. He neither lifted up his hand, neither held a missile,
So the Lord ain't lift up his hand. All right, go ahead.
nor held sword,
Nail held sword,
nor any instrument of war.
not or any instrument of war. Why? Isaiah 41 and 14, man. This is why he didn't held any instrument, man. Okay?
Isaiah 41 and 14. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. I will help thee, said the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel.
Yep.
Behold,
Behold, come on.
I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth.
See, the Israelites are going to be the instrument, man. Come on. Going back to Revelation 11 and 5. All right? They're going to receive the power. All right? Come on, man.
Come on, fire over
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Thou shalt thresh the mountains.
Oh, man. And that thou shalt thrash the mountains, meaning what? The government of the nations, that multitude that came up against the Lord and his people. Where? In Israel.
And beat them small.
And beat them small. That's the instrument, man. Now get to Isaiah 54 and 16. Come on, man. That's the instrument, man. These guys worked out, man. Go ahead.
Hey, man. Hey, can you read up the little bit or you will start?
No, just start right
Okay.
there. Get the point.
Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire.
That same spirit that's bringing out a mountain and flew upon it. All right, that same man that raised up out of the sea on the winds. All right, meaning the spirit. Go ahead.
And they bring forth an instrument for his work.
And now we know what the instrument is. The instrument that he's gonna bring forth is the elect, man. All right, that's why he held not sword. All right, now you can go back to the he bring forth an instrument for his work. All right. Now read that part again where you get the whole instrument. I mean, instrument. 2nd Ezra 13 about 8.
And after this, I beheld, and lo, all that which were gathered together to salute him were so afraid, and yes, thirst fight.
Yeah.
And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war.
Wow.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Why? Because the elect is the instrument, man.
He gonna give us the power.
He gonna give us the power, man. All right. Come on.
But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as has been a blast of fire,
Out of his mouth a blast of fire.
and out of his lips a flaming breath,
Out of his lips a flaming breath.
and out of his tongue he cast out sparks
Yeah.
and tempests.
Storms and tempests. Now go back to Revelation 11 and 5. 11 and 5. Then we're gonna get another one. All right. He say out of the Lord's mouth. All right. He gonna spit flames and fire. Come on.
They can't let him shine. Revelation 11:5.
Come on.
If any man will hurt them,
The elect.
fire proceeded out of their mouth
That's where the fire coming from, man. Come on.
and devoured their enemies.
Come on.
And if any man will hurt them,
Yeah.
he must in this manner be killed.
Beat on,
Make
huh?
them small like dust. Huh?
Yeah. You gonna beat them like us. Like
These have power to shut heaven.
to shut up the heaven.
It rained not in the days of their prophecy,
Bring famine.
and have power over the waters
Hey, he just said strong tempests have power over the waters
to turn them to blood.
and turn the
And
blood.
it's rain blood going over there in Russia right now. Huh?
Con.
Come
on,
man. Go back.
Okay.
Come on. Oh no, get the Obadiah 1:18, man. You already know what it's finna say.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Hey,
What it say?
what it say?
You already know what it
That's
says.
what it say, man.
In the house of Jacob
Jacob,
right.
the Israelites.
shall be a fire, man.
That's right,
That's
con.
what.
Hey, Jacob gonna be a missile, huh? He gonna be a missile, huh?
Hey, that's what's being taught.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
They say the flame mean missile, man. All right.
Hey, man. Now y'all niggas don't even know how to turn the missile on, man.
Come on with it.
In the house of Joseph, a flame.
So that's the flame and the fire, man.
God.
Revelation 11, they gonna have the power, man, to bring plagues on the earth as often as they will, man.
And the house of Esau for stubble.
For stubble, man, that's the dust. We say he gonna beat them to dust.
man.
That's what it's talking about, man. They ain't talking about the Lord coming in no spaceship, shooting no laser beams, like you might see on Esau movies, man.
He ain't never did that.
The mountain ain't no goddamn spaceship. The mountain is the elect, man.
Con.
Damn, bro.
The Lord always had that man. The man that sent a hailstone to kill everybody right now. Right?
Con.
That's what he do, man.
That's what he do.
He did that with Joseph, man. Come
Ah,
on, man. Joshua.
Yeah,
Sloppy.
many times in the scripture.
Come on, man.
Many
Moses,
times.
man.
Moses?
How did Moses beat the Egyptians, huh?
He gave Moses the power over to bring the plagues as often as he will, man.
Come on, man.
All right?
The Egyptians couldn't do nothing with that. All they army couldn't do nothing with that, huh? The Egyptian was powerful at that time.
Yeah, just like Esau.
Like Esau.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
So that's the point on 2nd Ezra, man. That's what it's talking about. Where you at? You still
Obadiah?
go back to 2nd Ezra and read that 9 again.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's what it's talking about, man. All right, when you read verse 13 in that chapter, it tell you it's dealing with the woes, man. I mean, come on.
And lo,
And lo, come on.
he saw the violence of the multitude that came.
The violence of the multitude, those nations that's gathered in Armageddon, man, the place in the Hebrew tongue. Go ahead.
He neither lifted up his hand, neither held sword, nor any missile of war, man.
Because the elect, all right, is his instrument. Go ahead.
But only I saw
Yeah.
that he sent out of his mouth,
Yeah.
and it had been a blast of fire,
Read.
and out of his lips a flaming breath,
Read.
and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests,
Come on with it.
and they were all mixed together.
They was all mixed together. Come on.
The blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest,
And the great tempest. Come on
Mixed.
with
and fell with violence upon the multitude,
it. Come on.
which was prepared to fight,
Come on.
and burnt them up, every one.
And burnt them up. Stubble. Remember, Judah is the fire. Remember Ephraim the flame, Joseph the flame, and Esau the stubble. They're going to get burnt up. Remember, fire proceeded out of their mouth. All right? And if any man harm them, in this manner they shall be killed. Come on with it.
So that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived.
Come on.
But only dust.
But only what?
Dust.
All right. Come on.
And smell of smoke. Sulfur.
Come on, brother.
That's what it's saying, huh?
Come on, man.
What else produces smoke on the earth like that?
Come on, man.
When I saw this, I was afraid.
See? So he saw this in what? He saw it in the spirit.
In the spirit.
All right? He saw it in the spirit. And remember what verse chapter 15 say, and cause it to be written on paper. All right? Now we're going to deal with the spirit, man. Go to that Ezekiel 1 and about 4.
Ezekiel 1 and 4.
It's a lot here. It's a lot here. Acts 8:39. Acts 8:39. We're going to keep jumping off with that. All right? Because you got these guys showing this Esau magic.
Right.
All right?
Right.
Dealing with NASA, showing these spaceships. That's where you get that second Ezra's breakdown from. All right?
And he got you know, when you do that, you worship other deities, man.
Yeah, man.
Aliens
That's really,
come on, man.
it's really
Alistair Crowley wrote in the book.
worshiping the image of the beast.
Alistair Crowley said an alien came to him and told him that witchcraft.
Really was a demon, though.
It was a demon. Right, huh? E.T.
Yeah, God.
That's a demon.
That's right.
Come on, man.
That's worshiping the image of the beast.
Which is idolatry.
That's what you guys doing, man.
Come on.
All right? And he say, what's the penalty for worshiping the image of the beast?
Yeah.
Or putting the God before him, man.
Fire, burning the brimstone.
Forever.
The ultimate judgment.
With the false prophets.
That work miracles before them that worship the image of the beast. All right?
Acts 8, verse 39.
Now dealing with those spaceships. All right? See, that mountain is not a spaceship, man. All right? The wind, that's what the word was referring to, is how the Lord moving. All right? Through the spirit. All right? Which Esau called energy, man.
That's right.
All right? The so-called white man call it energy.
That's right.
The scriptures call it spirit.
That's right.
All right?
Come on, man.
Go ahead.
Acts 8, verse 39.
Yeah.
And when they came up out of the water, the Spirit of the Lord caught away Philip.
The what caught him away?
The Spirit of the Lord caught away Philip.
Hey, the Spirit caught away Philip. Go ahead.
That the eunuch saw him no more.
He disappeared, just like those in Acts 17, bro. Go ahead.
And he went on his way rejoicing.
And go ahead.
But Philip was found in Ashdod.
Well, Philip was in Ashdod.
Come on, man.
That's what that word is.
Ashdod.
Look it up. So Philip was there baptizing the brother. After he baptized the brother, the
Spirit took him straight away.
Come. It wasn't no spaceship. It wasn't no beam of light coming down where he gave the future. No, he just disappeared and ended up in Ashdod. Go ahead.
And passing through,
and now he passing through. Go
he
ahead.
preached in all the cities till he came to Caesarea.
And that's the point. The Spirit of the Lord took Philip away, man.
Come on, man.
Okay?
Come on, man.
So the Lord can do that, man. He don't need no spaceship, bro.
And when the Lord was taking over, they see him. He just went on up, man.
God.
They didn't see no spaceship. They would have said, I saw this big ship in the sky. They knew what a ship was. They would have said something like that. He was gone, man. You flew into the clouds.
So, Lockie, if I can say, I think that one of the things they're saying now is in Acts when it talks about Yahweh Shai revealing himself to Paul, that light that he saw was a ship.
Nah, it wasn't no ship. It was the Spirit of the Lord. That was that energy.
Oh, you made that up.
Oh, we're going to read that, though.
Don't say that, huh?
No, well, we're going to read it.
They out here.
Let's
Shot.
read it. 8 and 2.
Ezekiel.
We're going to read that one. That's in Acts, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's in Acts 9, ain't it?
Con.
Man, just stick to the script. Ezekiel 8 and 2.
We're going to read that one.
Then I beheld.
Is it in 6-2?
Yeah, it's
Acts 6 and 3? Oh, let's read this one and we'll get that one.
Ezekiel 8. Then I beheld, and lo, a likeness as the appearance of fire, from the appearance of his loins even downward.
That's 8 and 2? Yeah, 8 and 2.
Downward, fire, and from his loins even upward,
Yeah,
as the appearance of brightness,
yeah,
as the color of amber.
yeah. Read Read on.
And he put forth the form of a hand.
He put forth a form of a hand. So now I guess the chariot is a hand, a big old hand. This poetry, man.
That be scripture though, at least it say that.
It say that.
What is that what that means?
All right, I'm gonna show you. Go ahead.
And took me by a lock of my head.
So this Ezra is saying a hand grabbed him by the lock of his head. Go ahead.
And the Spirit lifted me up.
And what lifted him up?
The Spirit.
The Spirit lifted him up. That same word as wind, man. All right? That same word. The Spirit lifted Ezra up. Go ahead.
Between the earth and the heaven. And brought me in the visions of Yahweh to Jerusalem.
He brought him in the vision.
Come on, man.
All right? To the Lord in Jerusalem. Go ahead.
To the door of the inner gate.
That's the point. That's the point. That's the point.
That's it.
All right. He took him by the Spirit, bro. All right. That's the point. It wasn't no spaceship with no beam of light. All right. It wasn't no flying saucer like Elder Tahar showed from this video he put up from NASA. It wasn't that, man. Okay. That's going back to what? Mixing and making the Bible, all right, with doctrines of devils, man. And that's why you labeled as a Jewish Israelite, man.
Filthy imagination.
Filthy imagination, man. Ezekiel 3 and 12. Down to 14. All right.
Ezekiel 3, verse 12.
Yup.
Then the Spirit took me up.
Then what took him up?
The Spirit took me up.
The Spirit took him up, man. All right, not a spaceship. Go ahead.
And I heard behind me a voice of great rushing, saying, Blessed be the glory of the Lord from his place. And I heard also the noise of the wings.
Oh, he heard also the noise of the wings. Come on. Is this talking about angel with wings like you would see the so-called white man predict?
No.
All right, we're going to show you what those wings is referring to. Go
Other
ahead.
living creatures that touch one another. And the noise of the wheels over against them. And a noise of great rushing.
But that's the point. The Spirit took him up. All right? That's the point, man.
So the Spirit lifted me up.
So what?
The Spirit lifted me up.
That's what lifted him up, man. The Spirit lifted him up. All right? Revelation 21 and 9 and 10. The Spirit lifted him up, man. All right? Not no goddamn Edomite flying depiction of a so-called UFO. Come on, whatever they call it. Read what you got.
Revelation 21, verse 9.
Yep.
And there came unto me one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 vials
Yep.
full of the 7 last plagues.
Yep.
And talked with me, saying, Come hither,
Yep.
and I will show thee the bride,
Come on.
the Lamb's wife.
Come on with it.
And he carried me away in the Spirit.
Well, how he carried him away up?
In the Spirit.
In the Spirit, man.
In the Spirit, man.
All right? Which the so-called white man called energy, man.
Come on, man.
All right? You got a spirit in you.
Right there, huh?
So really a spirit can form anywhere it want to form.
But the Spirit was in the burning bushes, huh? Come on, man. Come on,
You got a spirit in you.
Come on, huh?
In me.
Come on, man.
So it's no energy is just energy, man.
That's all.
A spirit is just spirit. It can form anywhere it want to form.
The white man say energy. You're right, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
Moab call it key.
Yeah. Tai Chi.
Con.
They get some energy.
Yeah, con.
That's all it is.
Right, huh? Come on, man.
That's all it is. But that was the point, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Ezekiel 11:23.
Come on, man.
Ezekiel 11:23.
Come on.
We're gonna see if it's second Esdras talk about spaceships. All right, go ahead.
Ezekiel 11, verse 23.
Yeah.
And the glory of the Lord went up from the midst of the city and stood upon the mountain, which is on the east side of the city.
Yeah.
Afterwards, the Spirit took me up.
What took him up?
The Spirit took me up.
The Spirit took him up. Go ahead.
It brought me in a vision
And brought him in a vision. Come on.
by the Spirit of Yahweh into Chaldea
Hey.
to them of captivity.
So he took him somewhere else.
Yeah,
In
Chaldea.
the Spirit. And showed him another vision, man.
That's right, man.
Just like he did with John the Revelator. Just like he did with Philip. He transported Philip to another city. All right, materialized him right there, and Philip went on preaching, man.
White man call it teleportation.
Teleportation, that's what he called it. All right? Get that 2 Kings 2 and 15. 2 Kings 2 and 15.
2 Kings 2, verse 15.
Yep.
2 Kings 2, verse 15.
Yep.
And when the sons of the prophets,
Yeah.
which were to view at Jericho, saw him,
Yeah.
they said,
What they say?
the spirit of Elijah
The spirit of Elijah.
do rest on Elisha.
Come on.
And they came to meet him
Yeah.
and bowed themselves to the ground before him.
Yeah.
Wow, that's right.
Yeah.
And they stood unto him.
Yeah.
Behold now,
Come on.
there be with the service 50 strong men.
Yeah.
Let them go, we pray thee,
on.
and seek thy master. These peradventure, the Spirit of the Lord have taken him up
The spirit of the Lord have taken him up
and cast him upon some mountain
and put him on top of some mountain,
or
man.
into some valley.
Or in some valley.
And he said, ye shall not sin.
Okay, so the spirit of the Lord, man.
Come on, man.
All right, them the chariots of the Most High.
Come on.
All right, those cherubs, man.
That's
All
right.
right, that Yahweh Shai say he ride upon the wings of the cherub, man. The wings of the spirits, man.
Come on, man.
Okay. Okay,
That's
that's easy, man. Let's
That's
get a
simple.
couple more. Let's get Ezekiel. Well, better yet, get that bell of dragons. Yeah, get that bell of dragons, bro. That's a great 35 and read down to 39. This a banger right here. Come on.
And Habakkuk said,
Yeah, yeah.
Lord,
Yeah.
I never saw Babylon. Neither do I know where the den is.
Yeah.
So he didn't know where he was going.
Yeah, yeah. He never been there, and he didn't know where it was at. Come on.
Then the angel of the Lord,
The angel of the Lord, the spirit of the Lord,
the cherubim,
the cherubim,
all that same thing, took him by the crown
took him by the crown, just like he did Ezra,
and buried him by the hair of his head,
just like he did Ezra.
and through the vehemency of his spirit,
And what he do,
set him in Babylon over the den.
and put him in Babylon over the
Yes,
den.
he mean angry.
Yeah.
Angry. Forceful.
Okay.
Just
So he
snatched him up, huh?
snatched him up and took him to another country, man, where Daniel was at, locked up. Go ahead.
And Habakkuk cried,
Yeah.
saying, Oh Daniel,
Yeah.
Daniel, take the dinner which Yahweh has sent thee.
Yeah.
The Lord gonna feed you, man. No way. And Daniel said, Thou hast remembered me, O Yahweh.
Come on.
Neither hast thou forsaken them that seek thee and love thee.
Read on.
So Daniel arose and did eat.
Read on.
And the angel of the Lord
What did the spirit of the Lord do?
set Habakkuk in his own place again immediately.
Took him back home, man.
Now that was a spaceship, man.
Hey, you call it whatever you want to call it. It say the spirit of the Lord. Now, when you add, if you add Esau, if you add Esau knowledge with it, hey, that's what
Now
the
one of the prophets said a big circle, man. Took him away.
no.
Now one of them said
They say the spirit.
the spirit.
That's a headbanger there, bro. Just like he did with Philip, he took this brother, put him in Babylon. The brother clearly said he didn't know what Babylon was even at. He took him over there physically too. It wasn't in the spirit. You see what I'm saying? He took him over there, like just like Philip.
Come on, man.
Philip was walking around after the Lord dropped him off. After his Lyft ride or his Uber ride was over, he got out the vehicle and walked around and preached and
And the
handled
Lord
the rest
do
of
it. He
his
do it
business.
angrily. He just snatch you up, huh? You
God.
can be walking and snatch up. Man. You
God.
got
Sometimes he can snatch you up and keep you.
Yeah.
Like he did the prophet Elijah.
That's right. That's right.
He ain't set him nowhere else,
That's what he did to Enoch, man.
you know.
That's
And also with Enoch.
Yeah, just snatched him on up.
And but with Philip, he snatched Philip up
Yeah.
and dropped Philip off in Ashdod. His brother Habakkuk,
Yeah.
he picked him up and dropped him off in Babylon. He had a two-way ride, two stops. You know, he had a two stop.
car.
So he went to Babylon.
He had a lift line.
Yeah, live line. He went to Babylon. The Lord waited on him while the clock rolling, like, you know, you know what I'm saying? And then when he finished doing whatever he had to do, the Lord picked him back up and took him home. That's what it was just
And
saying.
that's they go back to the example the Lord used me.
Come on,
We've been
man.
preaching the whole time. He always gonna use his righteous men, huh? Come on, man.
Get that Luke 16:22. Let's bust it. Hey, let's bust it in the head one more time. Hey, the Lord, these scriptures, man.
God.
Hey, these scriptures, he saying it's a sword.
Come on, man.
So watch this cut. Come
Luke
on,
16:2.
read.
He called him and said unto him, How is that I hear this of thee? Give and a
That's Luke 16, 22.
22. Luke 16, verse 22. And it came to pass
Read.
that the beggar died.
So this is referring to the beggar, Lazarus. Everybody know that story. Now what happened when the beggar died? Huh?
Man, it was carried by the angels
He was carried by the Spirit. Come on.
into Abraham's bosom.
into the other dimension, the spirit world.
God.
That's how he was carried,
That's
man.
the vehicle right there.
That's the vehicle, man.
Come on, man, the angel.
He ride upon the wings of the cherub. He fly upon the wings of the wind, spirits, man.
Come on, bro.
So the beggar died,
Come on.
and the angel
Was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom.
That's how he went to the other dimension, man, to the spirit world.
Super swing.
Swing.
Samurai with the sword, man.
No, you got to pull it from back here.
Oh, Conan.
Get that Job 30:22. Job 30:22.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
I
The
said put it
spirit.
from the back, huh?
Go.
I said put it
Oh, pulling from the back.
He said put it from the back. He made them brother.
Hey, look, brother, one brother left us a comment.
He said Bushido cut, man.
Bushido cut. That's the brother say.
Yeah, that's the samurai. Yeah.
Samurai,
Yeah.
yeah.
Joe 22.
And that's what's happening right now. You guys are getting Bushido cut. Hey. Hey, what the wise man say when the brother, who say this? I heard somebody say this, baby. But when you know someone is lost, that was Arnott.
Arnott said it.
He say they result the insults.
That's right.
He say Socrates said that.
Socrates said it.
Yeah. When you know a guy lost in debate when he result the insults.
That's what they do, huh?
And that's all they do.
Job 22 and what?
30 and 22.
30 and 22. That's why they don't go into that brimstone, man.
They ain't going
They'll skip
nothing.
all the brimstones in the scriptures.
They ain't going to
In Revelation, the most destruction is the brimstone.
Yeah,
They won't even bring it out.
That's not charity.
I don't see that.
That's not charity, man.
It's not charity, huh? So you lying to the Lord's people, man.
They-
So what you think gonna happen to
Lie.
Come on,
He
man.
said they gonna get thrown in the lake of fire.
That's right.
Burning with the brimstone.
So you guys are prophets, man. You're right. You
False prophets. Yeah.
Well, the scripture do say he put the lie in the prophet's mouth.
Yeah. And that's a false prophet. To make who the other man. Make the wicked Israelites go off. All right, and that's what's happening.
That new jitsu.
Job 30 verse 22.
Let's see what Job say.
Thou liftest me up to the wind.
He lifted them up to the wind. Same word, spirit.
Thou caused me to ride upon it.
Ooh, caused me to ride upon it.
Hey man, I'm about to double two swords on the my bad,
Oh
huh?
yeah,
My bad, huh?
like Neil or something.
I'm telling you, boy.
Come on, man.
Bushido cut.
Golly.
Read it from the top, huh?
Thou liftest me up to the spirit. I'm gonna say how it's supposed to be said.
Yeah, gone.
Thou liftest me up to the spirit.
And what?
Thou caused me to ride upon
He
it,
caused you to ride upon it
and dissolveth my substance.
and dissolveth all his substance. And he can put it back on you.
Yeah, come.
Just like he did with Philip. Because obviously for Philip to go up in the spirit like that, his substance had to be dissolved.
Even John.
John, all of Ezekiel.
You got the truth, man. You be having fun.
Oh, man.
I'm having a good time today.
Come,
Come on,
come.
man.
Power,
Hey,
huh?
that's-
For real, I'm having fun.
Hey, that's
Come
the
on,
spirit and power. How about
Come
shit
on,
that was
bro.
shot?
Come on, huh?
All right. We got Exodus 13:21. Let's see what that say.
Exodus 13, verse 21.
Yeah. It's cutting that flying saucer spaceship doctrine, man.
Come on.
All right. The Lord ain't shoot no laser beams, and it ain't no flying saucer with windows, man. Get the hell out of here, man. Go ahead.
Ezekiel 13, verse 21.
Yep.
And the Lord went before them by day,
Yep.
a pillar of cloud,
A pillar of cloud.
to lead